Knife Club? Who is Knife Club? What is Knife Club? We finally found out, and the pandemic hit. So, 18 months or so later, you finally played Manchester. It's your third gig?
Yeah.
Before we talk about that, who in the heck was the brains behind that marketing campaign?
I think it was Bev. It was Bev, but like Bev had always said, like if you're going to market a new band, like you should do it in a really original way. And we'd sort of joked about it. And then who were we to take a joke too far? That's what I say. I mean, what a collection of people to take a joke too far.
Could never see you doing that.
I mean, it's not our fault that the pandemic. It wasn't our fault. We didn't do that.
We didn't make it happen. We're as much of a victim as anyone else.
You didn't plan it. It wasn't part of the marketing strategy.
Well, no.
No. It would be unusual to market a band in that way.
But it really was a very good strategy. So kudos to Bev on that one, because everybody was talking about, we all had ideas, but nobody knew for sure talked about it.
People were nasty about it. Oh yeah. Like we've got a list of people that we're going to put on some kind of banner or something, just calling them out for all the shit they said about us before people knew who we were.
It was an interesting way of doing things, like keeping things a secret and kind of, I don't know, keeping people on their toes. Like you don't, and building hype as well. Like normally you just come out, you go, we're this person, like we'll do the thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the way that, like, so obviously we do TNS, and like there's so many bands, and there's so many incredible bands. It's amazing, and we all of us go to loads of gigs and we see loads of bands. But how would you get someone to, like, we all say, go and watch this band, they're fucking wicked, go and watch them. But how would you market something in a different way? And then we did it on a very DIY level. You know, it's tiny, isn't it? But it was kind of funny. It was silly.
DIY level? I'm surprised.
Yeah, but it was just silly for us, wasn't it? But then I think you like look at the wider picture and you look at how bands get big. It's nothing we're ever interested in doing, is it? It's just a fun thing. We're all mates and we sang out and that.
There's part of me as well that wonders that if it wasn't such a secret, would it have blown up in the way that it did?
Yeah.
You know,
not at all. People won't be interested. They've seen us all before, haven't they?
All about the hype.
We're not very interested. We had to make ourselves interested.
We did spread some rumours about other people that were in the band, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
I'm still not 100% sure who is in the band, to be honest with you. I mean, how many times has the full band been in the room at the same time?
I mean, Bev did have ownership of the Pizza Champ Facebook page on one day, and then Jim thought he'd post it himself. So maybe Jim is Knife Club. Maybe Jim is everything that Knife Club could always be.
I think that may be the case. It very well may be the case.
Don't blame Jim.
That's it.
And he won't remember, so.
No, exactly. He goes, did I? Oh! And just take ownership. I think that's a good plan. So how did you guys decide? Because you're from all different parts of the country, all different bands. How did you guys decide to do this?
They just told us we had to do it, and they're very authoritative, and we didn't dare go against them.
What's it called? Fest 3-4 years ago, yeah. And we've always talked about doing something.
Yeah, it started as a piss joke in 2017 because Nosebleed were playing Brighton, and we were staying at Dan's house, and we were playing this Turbo Jugend gig, and they were doing tattoos for the day, and there was this tattoo that said "I got a knife," and we were taking the piss out of it, essentially going, "This is a knife." And then we sort of started Knife Club as just like a shit joke between me and Dan, and then we decided we'd turn it into a band and sort of get it tattooed. So I drew this really shit knife and then made Zoe tattoo it. Look, it's there. There.
It's a great knife.
This is a knife. But
Very Magritte.
yeah, so I got that, and then didn't tell Dan I was going to get his name on it.
Andy, we have Zoe's.
Oh yeah.
Did you do that yourself?
No, Elliot did that one.
So I got this and said, "Oh, Dan, I've got your name on it, so you've got to get one with my name on it." And then we sort of decided we wanted to do a band, and it was what's it called, sort of 2018. And we just got pissed on one of the nights and just started harassing people, saying, "Do you want to be in a band with us?" And then that's how it started. And like no one took it seriously. Like Big Hands and Andy were still on the sort of Last Revenge tour, and you could tell that they just didn't want to talk about a new band. They were like, "We'll come back to you in 6 months. Promise you in 6 months you'll want to be in a band." How many? 4 months later, Knife Club starts.
Very, very persistent.
It was MPF, and you come up to me and you went, "You know that thing you talked about?
Yeah.
Do you still want to do it?" Yeah.
Yeah. It was,
If you ever want Andy to agree to anything, just get him at the end of an MPF. That's the
No, it's not the worst decision I've ever made. That's absolutely certain.
Pretty good, really.
But yeah, it's been lovely, really, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
but then we never asked Tanner, and he's here. Yeah. Tanner's turned up from somewhere.
Yeah, where's your tattoo, please?
yeah, Danny Camp seems to think think having a baby
I didn't do that one.
is a
That's not it. I did that on myself.
You have got a baby knife.
Aww.
Has
Yeah,
anyone
Danny
seen
Camp
that?
seems to think that having a baby is a valid excuse for not doing a gig. What's wrong with him?
Oh, come
I
on.
haven't got the faintest idea what's wrong with him.
No.
It's like the 6th time I've heard that joke.
Still funny.
It works.
It works every time. So you recorded during lockdown. How in the heck did you make that happen? Because everybody's all over the place.
With difficulty.
Extremely talented.
Yeah.
You are, but
We're not.
We all
You're
sort of did it individually and then just pieced it all together, and
Like a massive jigsaw puzzle.
yeah.
Like, obviously, like we're in, I don't know, Leeds, Hastings, Manchester, Ipswich, Kings Lynn, Hastings again. But I think, yeah, it's just a massive jigsaw puzzle. There was a few existential crises along the way, but it came together, and like somehow people really liked it, which I thought was really nice.
well, it's very likable. So
I think the most lovely thing is like we're all very close friends anyway, weren't we? And we stay at each other's houses when we like play in each other's cities and towns. But like doing this has been nice. So we've like time practices, so you can go down and hang out for a bit and do stuff together. And it's just been lovely, really, hasn't it? Like
And it was still a
we were all
secret.
very good friends anyway, but we're even closer now off the back of it. It's nice, isn't it? I honestly, I've grown to like them all.
Quite fond of all of you.
Hey, you're all right.
It was really funny when it was when it was still a secret, because we'd like organise a practice in Manchester and it would coincide with like a garlic bread club gig, and all of us would be in Manchester, and I was like, "What are you doing here?" We're like,
Oh, just come to see
"Just passing through. It's fine." Yeah.
I remember that. I came up to you. I was like, Zoe, what are you doing here?
My favourite is in Hastings.
Come hang out.
And you're up the bar, and Mackie was like, "Zoe, what are you doing here?" And you're just passing through.
Because
doing a
Hastings
tour
is
of
well
UK
on the
train
way
stations,
to
aren't
anywhere.
you? That's your aim with this. But as long as you get to visit as many train stations in the
What
UK.
I really like now is that I'm trying to find the cheapest train station, and like the cheapest trains. It's become like a sport. It's like, right, this one's £19, that one's £92. I'm going there. Like, do that.
You nearly paid 180 quid to come to practice the other week.
I'm really dedicated. What can I
180
say?
quid, it's disgusting.
It's
That is
dedication
Not
to the
practicing,
cause.
that's what I think.
It's those cheap bargain train hunts that keeps you going.
If I was organised enough and knew what I was doing 6 weeks in advance, I could probably get it for like 13 quid, but I'm not.
No.
I like the challenge. It's good. What I need to do is learn to drive.
That helps, but
This is also the trouble.
So me and
Right.
Zoe were like, we decided we were going to do this, and we were like, and I've never just done vocals in a band before. And I was like, what the fuck am I doing with my life here? And then Zoe went, it'll be alright, Andy, pints of vodka. And that's gone well for us so far, I think, hasn't it? We've done
It's
alright.
working out very
Everyone else
well.
is just driving us all around the country, and me and Zoe go, Should we have some more vodka?
That's not the worst situation.
I mean, we are the winners. We are the winners.
Coasting it through.
Yeah, but you two have to have that timing that is very obvious if you get it off with the vocals.
I think that it will get tighter as it goes along. I've got one of those faces that if I fuck up, you can see it all over my face. Do you know what I mean? And but half the I'm just gonna fiddle my drink when I say this. Half the fun of being in a band is making mistakes because we're only human, and there's bands that have been playing for like 30 odd years and they still fuck up, and that's allowed. Do you know what I mean? Like it's totally allowed. In 30 years' time, and I'm still saying it, it definitely is allowed.
Oh, we won't be doing this in 30 years' time, don't you worry about that.
You never know.
I think it's one of recording is an amazing thing because it's quite crisp and it's all you're dead on, but doing it live is it's an entirely different thing. It really is. And I think there's bands that have been playing for a long time that are absolutely fucking beautiful live, but it takes practice and it takes a lot of time to do that, and there may be mistakes, and I think that's lovely, but this isn't neggy, by the way. This isn't a negative thing. It's not. No, it's not at all, because I fuck up all the fucking time, and I just hope that it comes across all right. And this is self-justification is what this is.
Zoe, I can tell you, I didn't notice any major fuck-ups and thought you guys were brilliant tonight. So
We did, don't worry.
You guys might have, but I'm in the audience, and that's who you've got to look at.
It blows my mind that we're as tight as we are, to be honest, because it's impossible to have a practice, but we never came into it expecting to be the tightest band in the world, did we? Because it's absolutely, genuinely impossible to be that tight. So we just practice as much as we can, but it's fun, isn't it? It's just nice. It's just nice to do this, and it's fun. And if we're a bit sloppy, oh well, what the fuck. But we're not even that sloppy. I think
that went really, really well. I had a lot of fun.
Footage and I'll be like, Andy, will you please shut the fuck up? Why are you saying so much nonsense?
I think this is
Yeah, well that's it, because most of the things I say aren't recorded, but this is.
I think this is what makes me really happy about this band, is that we've all been in bands before, and a lot of the bands that we've been in have been playing for a long fucking time, so we kind of know what we're doing, but this is individuals coming together to form a different kind of group, so it's quite nice that everyone's kind of starting again. That's kind of what I was trying to say before words got in the way.
Do you know what? It's interesting you say that, because we did the Ipswich gig. Ipswich is such a beautiful scene. It was absolutely wicked. The first gig, everyone was waiting for us to come on and all that, and it was just lovely, wasn't it? And it was so easy as a first gig. And then we played Birmingham next night, and it was a cool gig, but it was a big room, and there wasn't enough people to fill the room, so people were spread out, and we were it was kind of. We still enjoyed it, even though it was spread out. And then we're back here where everyone's crammed into a small room, and it's interesting, isn't it? We're kind of got to go through all the things we did years ago.
We seem to be doing a friendly gig, so Ipswich friendly gig, and then Birmingham, not an unfriendly gig, but a gig with people that we don't know, and then Manchester tonight, a gig with people we know, and then Bristol tomorrow. I won't know anyone.
Is that kind of like football? Is that how that works out?
Yeah, lovely in Bristol. I know, Fishlock is putting on such a lovely lad, and I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good tomorrow. But yeah, it's it's a really interesting thing. Like we've all been doing it for years and years, and then you're back to sort of square one in some levels, and we all appreciate that, don't we? We all like the thought of being on early in the bill and stuff, and seeing wicked bands.
At 20 past 10 tonight. That's not early in the bill. I just wanted to.
But it was just lovely tonight. So many wicked bands, and we're not the headline band. It's cool. It's good. It's just wicked to see amazing bands, isn't it?
In terms of Garlic Bread Club as well, you guys always smash it.
Yeah, Joe's done alright, hasn't she? Fair play to Joe. Well done, Joe.
Joe, seriously, Joe has put on some amazing gigs.
Can we go watch Redeeming, please?
Yes, they are on.
I don't want to be rude.
No. Yep, they are on now. So, Thank you all.
You too. You're lovely.
Sorry for
Yeah, it's always a pleasure hanging out with you too. It's so lovely. I bumped into Andy earlier, and it was like ridiculous. You're thinking like, I've not seen this guy who's my mate for like a year and a half, and it's like there's no time's passed, and that's so special, isn't it? Like, you know people in the punk scene, and it's like no time's passed, and it's lovely. Yeah, it's been really nice to see everyone again, and we've been beneficiaries of that, haven't we? Yeah, so nice one, everyone. Lovely stuff.
I think it's
Very good.
brilliant. And
Very good. Big Hands wants to go. So,
Big Hands wants to go see music.
Bad reason. You want to go watch a band? That's a good reason to want to go.
Thank you all very much, and I will see you in Hastings.
Yes, you will.
Or downstairs in a minute.
In about
Yeah,
2
or
minutes.
downstairs in a minute. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.